All right, everybody. Welcome to Next Gen Jerks. We are back. It's been a couple weeks. I never even found the last episode online. I'm sure you put it on there, but yeah, we are back. This is Jake.
This is John.
And we are going to bring you a lot more content, a lot of E3 leftovers, as I like to call it.
Why is my face so shiny?
I don't know. We didn't check makeup before we started, obviously.
Obviously, yes.
We're going to start off with my E3 leftovers. Some British guys put together some funny clips from the E3 conferences, and we're going to watch those real quick.
Jake loves the funny clips.
I do love the funny clips. We don't have time to make our own funny clips. I wish we had the time to do that, but we have lives.
We?
We mean we.
You don't have time.
Okay, I don't have time.
I just don't care.
All right. This is going to take a
Fuck
second.
you, GameStop.
Why is GameStop sending you messages?
Oh, because I signed up for their stupid shit.
What shit is that?
You know, the membership.
They send you messages?
Yeah. Telling me how many points I have. I have the same amount of points as when I started. Because I haven't bought anything from GameStop since that day. As a matter of fact, I may end up busting out this Xbox 360
And what?
selling it. Because I don't ever use it for anything.
Have you been playing any more of the the Batman that I loaned you?
No.
You suck.
And I stopped playing Fable 3.
Oh, okay, that's no problem there.
And I bought that Hitman collection that they put on demand.
I heard that sucked.
And stopped playing that too. Because I'm not downstairs all that much anymore, and that's where it is, not on this
Well, yeah, that's
Xbox up here. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I need to type in to get this.
You should really...
Oh, shit, that's wrong. Here we go. I got them right
Okay.
here. PlayStation at E3, the abridged version. Now, this is pretty funny, but it goes by real quick, so pay attention.
Brought to you by YouTube.
I am so excited about getting paid for this.
I've got him! It's the guy who fucked up the PlayStation 3! That's not him!
You don't.
Oh, I've seen this.
Cool, makes me look like
It's still funny as hell.
No. Oh my god, the PlayStation looks shit. Oh, it's just a visual metaphor.
Whoa!
Funny tea. Space Pirates.
It's not so much that I thought I was a wizard. I was like casting this massive spell in space. You know, and there's 20 quid.
For this beard, I paid the iron price.
Fucking hell, man! I knew I shouldn't have taken those pills from that guy who said he was a wizard.
Word up, kid dogs. How's it chilling? First things first, can you all buy a Vita? And The Last of Us. Actually, it's very good. Puppets. Misery. Willem Dafoe. William. Daka, 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 daka. Emotional depth. I can't stop thinking about that power slide. And we've got some skins for Batman and some headphones. Who's in the house? Andrew House. And that's right. He's brought his facial hair. All right, dickheads. Want to have a look at PlayStation? Oh, it's a big black box. Oh, it's got an angly bit. Fine, amazing. Let's give ourselves a big hand. Hands.
Original video content? Well, Sony Pictures makes Breaking Bad, so you can stick your Master Chief up your dick.
We're gonna talk about television, but not for too long, because we look like pricks. Oh, we got like Netflix, Flixer. That's just a fucking word I just made up.
Well, if it isn't Yaldi England London, that's not supposed to be there, governor.
What evils may lie in that thick white fog?
Oh, it's just guns. It's just guns. Blue.
And orange. Let's kill them. A bunch of us meet up in car parks on the weekends. Hey, Ella! Colours and shapes. Hey!
Do you guys like indie games? Because we've got all of them. Fucking all of them. Count them. All of them.
Get into bed with us, and we will treat you like a princess. You know, lads, Square Enix here. We're not going to talk about Final Fantasy Versus 13 today, because we've changed it to Final Fantasy 15. Made a new game, just like that. Don't look at me like that. Here's Kingdom Hearts 3.
I'm a fully grown man. Why do I want to play this so badly?
I do not understand why people buy that shit. Let us travel back to a time before people coloured in maps with crayons. For an entirely new Assassin's Creed experience. Oh, he's still doing that thing where he sits on the bench.
Yo ho ho! And a bottle of something really flammable.
Stop working. Change the camera angle and they might not notice. I don't think anyone's noticed.
Watch Dogs! Boom, boom, boom.
I think I'll have a grande frappuccino.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but I just found this inside your computer.
All right, officer, you got me. Oh, what happened to the lights? And your face? And your knees? Oh, I'm such a prick.
That game still
Look at
doesn't look
me.
good.
I'm a perfect digital copy of LeBron James. One day I will escape this prison and I will destroy him. MMOs! Remember them? Well, we've almost finished ours, so just hang in there. Awesome, this game looks like Mad Max. Oh my god, this game is Mad Max. This game is Mad Max. Oh my god, this game is Mad Max.
That's right, motherfuckers. And we've got 140 games. And you can trade them in, or sell them, or chuck them out the window. And you don't have to let your console go online.
They're ours now, Microsoft. You abandoned them, we've taken them. These are our people now.
You dropped the ball, Microsoft.
You dropped all of the balls, and we kicked those balls into the nets. And it now feels like a bit of an anticlimax to talk about social networking and online infrastructure. I'm sure I parked it somewhere around here.
That's right, lads. It's Destiny. And PlayStation 4 is exclusively proud to be vaguely affiliated with Activision in a nondescript way, which we will explain at a later date. We just sent these 2 t-shirts to Phil Spencer.
House back on stage for the final stretch, and he's coming up, and they're about to announce the price, and the price is out. It's only $3.99. It's only $3.99. That's considerably cheaper than Xbox, and they've done it. And Sony have taken the lead. They have taken E3. Oh my word, this is a fantastic day. Jesus, oh but this is a fantastic. Bye.
Ah, good old PlayStation and good old British people. Always there for a laugh.
Yeah.
And now the Xbox is even better because the Xbox one actually has a joke that we made on our last show, too, about editing, which I thought was hilarious and bridged right back to what we talked about before.
What?
She wants you to eat.
What? I don't want to.
Hold on, we're taking a snack break here with some funny salad, blue cheese nonsense. Oh, okay.
Shit, fuck.
That makes it a little better. And cherry tomatoes and... Wow, garden basil and tomatoes.
It's alright. I lost a big chunk of cheese, though. There it is.
All right. Here,
As long as I don't step on it.
Yep, and then it'll be on your shoe, and then they'll surely get it when you take it downstairs for them. All right, now we get the Xbox version of this, which is also very funny.
Xbox. Metal Gear Solid with horse. Horse. Turbo stealth horse. Tits. Kids. Hats. Domatric. Thanks for letting us have a go on your game, idiot.
Oh, sir, I look lovely on the Xbox.
We've actually brought some video games. How about that? And Xbox Live members will now be getting free games like Assassin's Creed 2 and Halo 3, saving you around £7. Tanks. World of Tanks. Are they actually showing World of Tanks? So yeah, it's coming out on Xbox Live, and I'm basically just going to make myself a house out of money. Bicycles and fish. Are they actually just doing this for me now? Is this how these conferences work? Max's Magic something is for kids. Dark Souls 2 bringing back new metal. What the actual fuck? My name's Phil Spencer, and I'd just like to thank Don Matrick for kindly lending me one of his jackets. Here is a game about Rome.
I am Quickius Timius Aventius, and I will not go away.
Killer Instinct. We haven't actually made a fighting game for almost 20 years, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Ted Bryce. What's that, Ted? You've made a game about colourful hipsters killing monsters with records? I'm going to find out where you live and give you all of my money. Oh my God, it's a fucking car! There's a man in a cloud, and he's watching you drive, and he can pretend to drive. He can pretend to be a man in a cloud. It's called Drivatar. I'm Phil Spencer, and it's my job to hunt down cool new indie games, like this game called Minecraft. More than 6 million people have already bought it, and we'd like them to buy it again. Games. Punching on planes. Show me rivers. Show me mountains. Show me the Arctic. Arctic. There's the shaft, and I'll do the balls. Lava. goblins, surfing. I don't really...
Achievements on an iPad. And while we've got a woman on stage, why not beat her at a video game? Yo, you're not good at games.
Just let it happen. It'll be over soon.
I really hope somebody didn't script that. New stuff, uploads. You can upload a video and do commentary over it, which means I won't have a job in about 6 months. Hooray! Here's a game about dragons. Shh, just soak it up. Reshape the dragons. Dead Rising 3. Gritty, gritty, bang, bang. Turns out most people aren't interested in a game about a man running around in hot pants with a chainsaw, so we've made it just look like every other game. The Witcher 3 is fucking awesome. Kiss my ball.
Panoramic horses, dwarves, multilicious, sexy mermaids.
Hello, I'm here to show you Battlefield 4. There with me?
This has never happened to me before.
Boom! Blue and orange and green.
I think the boat is broken! That's my plane!
After I've had my brunch, I always like to freshen up and change t-shirts. Look at this! It's a game that doesn't have... Oh, no, we're back to guns. Desert Strike, Diablo, Star Wars. It's a legendary Pokemon! Oh, it's Halo.
Ooh, Barney Ross! And we're also doing Halo on television.
We told you not to say that word, you bastard! Tit Anvil. It's a new game. It's like Call of Duty in space. I don't know how I feel about anything anymore. Oh, actually, it's got jetpacks and jumping and... Oh, all right, yeah, all right. And that's it. You've had your games. Go on. Fuck off. Bye!
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Well,
That was my little bit of comedy for this show.
oh,
Now to switch over to something a little more serious that actually looks freaking awesome.
something serious.
Something serious.
Was this the Tom Clancy's Division?
Yes. And I'm not typing in Tom Clancy. We'll just try to...
What is this, a sports title?
No, it's... Tom Clancy doesn't do sports.
Well, the Division, I figured maybe.
No.
Figured maybe he was busting out into a new field.
Yeah. Division trailer. Good.
What the fuck is that?
That's not what we're looking for. Calm down.
I'm more interested in that now. What the fuck is that?
I don't want to know.
God damn it.
Division gameplay. I wonder if that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think this is it.
Okay, let's check it out.
Division. Tom Clancy's The Division gameplay trailer. It looked pretty awesome. There's a lot of crazy...
It's not gameplay.
Yeah, it was.
I'll bet you $1,000 it's not.
It's not a trailer.
It's a trailer. That's why it's not gameplay.
If it's the one I watched, it's gameplay because you can hear people talking.
We'll see.
Yeah.
They fake this stuff.
Grouchy bitch.
Boring. Fallout 3 set the tone for every game that follows. Or every game trailer, I should say.
Yeah, no, this has kind of got a Fallout feel to it. Hopefully the world can use plastic bottle caps as currency.
Oh, you gotta love movies. Pre-rendered movies. Do. Okay.
Well, it's gotta find the guy it's looking for. There he is!
There's your health bar.
Yeah, your little orange circle. But look at that. Now it shifts right into gameplay.
That's not gameplay.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. That little...
The store was empty.
It's not gameplay.
Gunfire.
Yes, oh my god. Why are you fighting this? It's gameplay. Because he's in his inventory. Who gets in their inventory during a...
Because it's going to look completely different on the console.
You wait.
They do this shit all the time.
Just watch.
That police station's going critical. Let's head up that way.
If they can make it look like that, it'd be pretty damn cool. Bringing the map up on the ground in a big Iron Man style highlight thing, that's pretty neat. And then your hub
See these
is
particle
just
effects?
Civilians on the left.
the snow
They
and
won't be
everything.
in the final version. That smoke, the light going through it.
Yeah, that's the power of the new console, man. The power of next
I
gen.
got you on my map, so I will head your way.
Sweet. See you in a sec.
I'll meet you up on the corner.
See, the benefit that I have for my scrutiny is that the console's not out yet. So when you see stuff like this, you
can choose not to believe it.
You can say, this is the console, but I guarantee you.
Then why
once the
would they have it
console comes
locked
out-
in third-person view the way they do?
Because this is the way the game plays on the computer they developed it on.
Okay, yeah.
But that's worlds apart from the console they're
but this
developing
is still
it for.
technically gameplay video.
Okay, technically it's gameplay, but it's no gameplay you'll ever see.
Well, maybe not, but
Because you're not a PC gamer.
no, I'm not.
Now, PC gamers will see this.
If you got a $2,000 PC.
Well, exactly. Head trauma. I mean, it looks nice.
See, look at that. They just did this weird radar thing. Now they know where all the bad guys are. That's awesome. And it lasts for 8 more seconds.
Boy, if this isn't a variation of the fucking Unreal Engine, I don't know what is. Everything about this is like Unreal Engine.
I don't know why you hate the Unreal Engine so much.
Because it looks all swell and shit, but it's just so hard to play. I don't know. Something about it to me is just...
I will admit, we're watching the most inactive guy ever during a firefight. I'm just going to stand here and let everybody
Well,
else
that's because
shoot.
you had to see the other guy put up that little robot turret on
Oh,
top
okay.
of the car.
That's...
Which was actually pretty cool.
Yeah. And look at the destruction on the environment.
I like the fact they're now showing health bars for the enemy. That's definitely helpful. Because
you know what? Usually when those
if
are
they're
in the
not
game-
going to abide by actual real, reality rules, then
Right.
the least they should do is give you a health bar for the enemy.
You know, sometimes I shut those off just because I don't like looking at them.
I prefer it.
I think
Because it takes you out of that game when you like shoot someone and they don't die. And you're like, I thought this was supposed to be realism.
That's true too.
How come it takes 15 bullets
God, but look
to
at
kill
that, dude.
him?
Look at that windshield shatter like that. That is awesome. And then look, the concrete behind him's dying. Like, destructible environments. That's what I've been begging for years. And not very many games have been able to pull it off. And now it looks like it's going to happen. Granted, I think that car would have blown up by now, but...
Yeah, but this is still more of
But
that.
look, he killed... I didn't kill him through the air conditioning vent, but it's... I don't know if he took any damage on that or not. I don't know what the little flying thing's doing up
Quadrotor.
there.
It's Chris Tablet. Apparently someone has a tablet and they're playing the game and providing air covers.
You think what that's it? They're just jumping in off their tablet? That could be.
Oh, there's some cops locked up in here.
Yeah, so walk there nonchalantly. Don't get in a hurry by any means.
Food.
I love how they have to put that above the water bottle like you can't tell what the fuck that is. Water bottle.
Well, you wouldn't know if you could interact with it.
Well, see, that's just it. That shouldn't be a problem. You shouldn't have to point that out for me.
The code of the armory.
Now, I do like how they highlight what door goes where, because I have played many games where you just constantly get lost and don't know where the fuck you are.
You know what I do like about this? It's not like pitch black, super bright light.
That's true, too.
Now, if only that makes it to the console version. Because apparently that was the next-gen thing about the PS4 and Xbox 360. Everything's high contrast. Like, fuck you. It's like I don't want to have to turn all the lights off in my room to play the fucking game. Because you're too cheap to render textures.
Unlock. Ooh.
Nice music.
It's because he found a cool gun.
It's the music that you get when you find a gun.
I don't know.
It is. It went away as soon as he picked it up.
Okay, cool. It was like, it's a badass moment.
Like guns have their soundtrack now.
I'm a badass.
This reminds me a lot of Mass Effect, though, just in the way it's...
Except for it's a lot more open than Mass Effect.
And the soundtrack's kind of like Mass Effect 2. That's why it reminds me of that.
What did he shoot the flare off for? I can't remember. Oh, shit. There's another firefight. Everyone slide behind cover. Oh, this is the end.
Oh, it's like... That's not
Yeah,
a
but
very
it's showing
convenient
you...
view.
Yeah. I thought it showed you that, like... It's not really an MMO. Well, no, maybe... No, it's not an MMO. It's just showing you all the crazy shit that's happening all at once around. I'm not sure what all the circles represent, but...
So it's a sandbox.
online
Yeah.
open world RPG. So I don't know if it's supposed
It's a
to.
sandbox game. It's not MMO, but it's definitely It's
And sandbox is fine with me if they do it right, and as long as they don't have a lot of bullshit fucking side missions where go collect 15 bottles of water for these poor refugees caught in an alley somewhere.
yeah. We should watch the Titanfall gameplay demo again.
Oh, God, no. Let's see here. What else
It's
do
gonna
I
be a
got?
great game.
I have been playing the shit out of that Spartacus Legends, that free fighting game on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
God, that game is so good.
Really.
It's simple, it's straightforward, but it gets you with, like, you got your character, and you can't update his stats whatsoever. He's just a guy. But if you put enough cool armor on him, then that raises his rating up. So
Okay.
that's how you. It's kind of RPG, but that's how you do it with armor and helmets and swords and spears and tridents and all this crazy stuff. But it's just crazy addictive, like trying to gain enough money and get enough level to unlock that next weapon. And
We may have. Is it? How big is it?
I don't know, a couple gig probably. Yeah, I don't know if you could download it to this Xbox or not. You got to get a bigger hard drive for this Xbox.
Or just get rid of this Xbox. Stop pretending.
We need this Xbox. Look
Man,
at
I'm utterly.
Will you get over yourself?
I can't help it. Every time I look at myself, it's like, like shiny.
All right, I got one more video, it looks like, and then we'll get into the E3 aftermath of how Xbox turned back time and decided to do shit differently.
As though we need to discuss that. It's been like a week.
Yeah, well, we haven't discussed it yet, so it's new to us.
No, it's not.
I think it's funny, so we're going to talk about it. And you have nothing else to talk about, so you're stuck.
Exactly. But we could talk about
All right, hold on. I just got to show
how to
you.
make. No, fuck.
How to make what?
I don't know. I'm just looking at the topics as they fly by.
All right.
I'm going to throw them up. Because watching us just looking up and talking is not going to be
Yeah, it's
entertaining.
not. We're kind of doing it the long way here, but we always do it this way.
Do 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 do. What the?
Just trust me. Is it
Say
on
it
there?
with your wife.
No, not to have sex with your wife.
I had sex with your wife.
Is it here? Here it is. This is the creepiest Skyrim video I have ever watched. The time it took this guy to do all this shit is crazy. He literally went through the game, killed key people off. There's Jordis the something. There's Lydia. She's a big key character. She's one of the first companions you get, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, he literally, first he had to work up his one-handed swordplay to be able to decapitate people in the first place. And then he went around and killed off every major character in the game and put their heads and bodies, decorate them around his house in what I'm guessing is Solitude. But the fact that he went this far, there it is, there's the creepiest part. The literal trophy of heads. Trophy case of heads. You've got them all in there.
Yeah, but I can
You can what? You can...
I can explain this in no time flat.
What's that?
He's playing it on computer.
Yeah, possibly, but still...
Well, not possibly. See the E?
The E.
Yeah, E.
Oh, E, okay. Well, that still doesn't change the fact that he took the time.
He didn't take the time.
You don't think he really don't think that he went through and decapitated everybody in Skyrim?
No, that you can mod the game.
I know you can mod the game.
So all he did was just go around and jot in the code, or like just go in and place everything. He had the heads, the bodies, the furniture. He just placed it in the place with the mod editor thing.
Well, that's not nearly as creepy as what I thought he did. I thought he literally went around Skyrim, killed all these people, and then took it.
Well, that's the overall concept of the video, but that's not the way it works.
Oh, well, it's a very... if he did do it that way, he's a very...
Now, if it was
demented
Xbox,
bastard.
then it would be like, okay, this guy's demented, or Xbox or PS4, because you can't do that on the consoles. You can only do it with PC.
No, you can decapitate people on the console.
No, you can't mod the game.
Oh, no, you can't mod. Okay, yeah. But you could still pull that off on console. It'd just take tons of time, and then after that, there would be, like, literally hardly anyone left in the actual game to, like, interact with.
Yeah.
Which I've actually always kind of wanted to do that, like, create a character just to start killing people, see what would happen, how it'd fuck the game up. But I've never taken the time, and I would feel bad after a little while of killing people. Just like, damn, all right, these are innocents.
You like funny videos.
All right, we got one more funny video before we go.
It's an older video. You may have already seen it.
It's not Fall Out Boy, is it?
Yes, it's Fall Out Boy. That's so on topic. Oh, wait. No, Fallow. You know, as this stutter steps its way from, you know, letter to letter. Oh, God. It just makes me think of all the bullshit Xbox says during E3. Like, super fast, changing from blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah.
Switch from this to this to this.
You can't even switch from letter to letter fast in a search.
That's because they want you to go out and buy the keyboard for this fucking thing.
Oh, come on.
Fallout Annoying Man?
Yes.
This guy actually made a... Oh, okay. I think I have seen this before. Which one are we looking for here?
All of these. I'm looking for the...
I don't know if I ever actually found the Annoying Man in the game, but I've seen these videos.
No, he's a douche. Start with this one.
All right, now we're going back to the past here. Fallout 3.
I just thought you might like this.
Actually, one of me and John's favorite games of all time.
Once upon a time, there was this dog. His name was Holy Toledo, and he was really powerful. Ant came up to him and started talking like he wasn't somebody.
He really does talk the whole time he follows you around?
Yep.
Come on, let's hurry up and get to Big Town. It's east of Little Lamplight. Come on, let's go there. It's not that far away. We'll be there in no time. Why is this taking so long? Come on, let's hurry up and get to Big Town. Are we there yet? Why is this taking so long? Are we there yet? Why is this taking so long? Are you lost? Are we there yet? Why is this taking so long?
Well, he's worse than that damn demon dog in Skyrim.
And one day, a giant...
Oh, shit, that's probably the best one. Wow, this guy killed him a bunch of times. That's funny shit. No, I must have never found that guy.
Yeah, I think he's down in the. He's the guy when you go down in the sewers and find the one dude who's having the birthday party. Not the dude, but the ghoul that's having the birthday party. He's like with that guy, with that ghoul.
Okay, don't remember that at all. Making the Annoying Man of Fallout 3 shut up.
Pretty sure that's where he is.
Right in front of him.
That's not it. I was looking for a particular video, but...
Is this it?
No, but this one's funny too.
La 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 la. You shut up.
Boy, that's dark.
Oh, man. I know. Let's make up a story to pass the time. Once upon a time, there was this dog.
That's the creepiest looking Fallout 3 character ever.
There was this man.
Next.
Once upon a time, there was this big green alien.
Heard it already.
Once upon a time, there was a genius. He came up with the most cleverest of clever plans. And it worked. And everyone called...
Speaking of clever plans, just wait here a second. I gotta go over there. Just wait here a second.
Oh, okay. But please don't leave me here by myself. Come back for me soon, okay?
Oh, don't worry. I'll be back. Just remember, wait right here. This is gonna be so good. Excuse me, ma'am. Mind if I borrow this terminal for a second? Ma'am?
I didn't realize this was so long.
Thanks, doll. needing these codes. Okay. All right. Click here. Wow, they make it so simple now. And let me take a peek outside.
There's a lot of Fallout 3 I didn't do, obviously.
Well, this isn't part of Fallout 3.
Oh,
This
okay.
is something
Just making
somebody
sure.
put together. But this is. You didn't get the code to call in the orbital nuke strike?
Yeah, I just can't remember what I blew up.
You just don't blow up anything at all. It just launches them right next to you. That's like,
Oh, okay. Then maybe I didn't do that.
you just go in that tower, enter the code, and then all of a sudden it starts dropping all these fucking nuclear missiles. Well, that was a lot of fun. I thought that was a different one.
Yeah, that didn't really pack the punch like the first one did.
But,
His name is Sticky?
is it? I don't think so.
That one guy just said Sticky the Annoying Man.
Oops.
I know. Let's make up a story to pass the time. Once upon a time, there was this robot. His name was f***ing Joe. And he went all around f***ing everyone really hard. And one day, a spaceship from outer space landed right in front of him, and a big alien
Why did they take so
jumped
long
out
to
and
kill him?
started f***ing people.
I don't know.
And what did our hero do?
So
you
you
wonder?
get just as annoyed.
He came, and everyone called him a The end.
And where is that armor from?
You very much.
You never got the fucking special Enclave armor?
Must not have.
Man, you didn't play that much in Fallout 3.
I beat it. I went around and looked for a lot of shit, but I will admit I didn't find everything, obviously.
Yeah, that's
I
I think that's the Tesla armor.
Okay, that sounds familiar. I just don't remember what it looks like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I got a lot of that shit. Anyway, that was all I was going to show you. Just made me think of that. Xbox One gives in. Oh, this is an IGN article.
Yep. That's where I've been getting most of my
Can you
news
pull up
now.
IGN?
Well, you know how we're not ever going to find it. This is like 2 weeks old. Longer than 2 weeks old. But yeah, so it looks like with Xbox, they first wanted to come out of the gate saying that you had to be on the internet and you had to buy games and download them and you couldn't trade them or anything like that and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Well, after E3, it blew up in their face so badly that somehow they magically changed the Xbox One so it can do all those things. And so now, I can't remember. Yeah, it's doesn't have any restricted use games and will instead allow discs to be exchanged the same way as they were on Xbox 360. There are additional restrictions for trade-ins and lending games to friends. The system also no longer will be region-locked, and all downloadable games will function the same way, whether your console is connected or not. One of the big things, I don't see it on there, but what I remember is before you had to... there it is. Like on Xbox 360, playing disc-based games will require that the disc be in the tray. And this is the big switch for me, because before they said you download the game and the disc is useless.
Mm-hmm.
Now they completely reversed it to where like you still have to download the game, but then you still have to have the game in the tray to play it, which I don't know how they successfully changed the hardware so quickly. Obviously, it wasn't that fucking hard in the first place.
So wait, you still have to put the game in the tray, even though you. So it's just like the Xbox 360.
Exactly.
Well, what was the point of making that a big hoopla?
Because at first they were going to make it to where you didn't have to have the disc at all.
Oh, and they changed. Oh, see, this is where people just fucked
You're
up.
Just now catching on.
Now that's bullshit. People
Yeah.
should have kept their fucking mouth shut
Nope.
and just went to PS4, because that is the thing that I've been wanting since the get-go.
Was
To not
what?
have to put the disc in, download the game to your console, which I usually do anyway if it's a game I'm going to be playing a lot.
Right.
And then not have to put the fucking disc back in.
Nope. Now
and then have it all part of my little game, like when you go to my games and all the games, and they'll have the games that are stored on my hard drive, but when I click on it, oh, sorry, you got to put the disc in. Like, fuck. It's like, why can't it be like the others?
Now you're just going to have to stick to downloading games then. Oh, the other big one was the internet connection. It says now, after a one-time system setup with the new Xbox One, you can play any disc-based game without ever connecting online again. There is no 24-hour connection requirement, and you can take your Xbox One anywhere you want and play your games just like on the 360.
Well, technically, there really wasn't ever a 24-hour registration thing to begin with. Everyone just freaked out and started saying that when they were saying that they were giving the option for developers to put that into their game.
Oh,
if
I
they
thought
so
made
chose.
An actual announcement saying that you had to at least plug the Xbox in once a day. That was
maybe
one story
they did.
flying around there.
I don't think that was true. The only thing I ever read from Xbox camp was that they were giving giving developers the option to, to require their game to be online, kind of like the way Sim City was, or the new Sim City.
Right, with all the DRM and all that
so
other bullshit.
So if a developer has a title that requires online access to do that, they would have that functionality built in. It wasn't a requirement that every developer had to put that in. But the Xbox, I don't think they ever said you have to register all your I think that was just a fabrication that got spread around the rumor mill as time went on.
I don't know,
because this is even before E3, so many rumors started coming out, and it was rumors abound. And then once they started talking more about, once E3 happened, it's like all of the speculation up to that point was then confirmed. It's like they just stamped the big, everything's correct. Like, wait, what does that mean? Everything's correct. I've heard 50 million different things about the new Xbox. It's like, you're telling me they're all correct? Well, and Xbox has been so weird about the information they're releasing and what they're not. Because even at E3, with the information that came out, it still wasn't absolutely definitive.
So actually, it was right there. Contrary on details announced earlier this month, Microsoft has now confirmed news originally reported on Giant Bomb that Xbox One will not require an internet connection to play offline games or need to check in every 24 hours.
Right. They're basically stating that...
No, they're going back on what they already reported. They already announced that whole 24-hour thing. That 24-hour thing was a real thing. And
it was?
Yes, they were pushing it. And now they decided that it's not going to happen. It says, and I love this part here, since unveiling our plans for the Xbox One, will you quit moving that damn thing?
Sorry.
It's down towards the pot. There you go. My team and I have heard directly from many of you, reading your comments and listening to your feedback. Microsoft's Don Matrick wrote, I would like to take the opportunity today to thank you for your assistance in helping us to reshape the future of Xbox One. You told us how much you love the flexibility you have today with games delivered on disc. The ability to lend, share, and resell these games at your discretion is of incredible importance to you. Also important to you is the freedom to play offline for any length of time, anywhere you want. And I said this months ago that hopefully all this shit that was happening, somebody would pay attention and, notice that everyone hated what was coming out.
They didn't pay attention. You know what they paid attention to? Pre-orders.
That's another one, yeah.
And with PS4's pre-orders selling out, like all of their units selling out in pre-order, that was the clear and crystal clear indication to Microsoft that they done fucked up.
Right.
And they need to do some damage control. But how much damage control can actually be done at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, people have already pre-ordered the PS4. I think it's fair. I mean, even...
you still got those people that might have held out from Xbox in the beginning, ordered their PS4, and then later on, like, you know what? I'm going to order the Xbox too.
But the overall problem still remains with the PS4 and the Xbox. The PS4 still does the same shit. Xbox offering more, but now it's more in line with PS4,
right?
Which is just the restrictions, which is fine. But a lot of people are now like getting more interested in PS4. Even people who, like my coworker at work, he was like, I'm sticking with Xbox. He even got me saying, no, I may switch with Xbox and not switch over to PS4, and then he started playing PS3, and now he's like, PS3, like, really? It's like, you mean you're all about Xbox just because on this platform that you hadn't played the PS3 up to this point? He's like, oh, but the game, like fucking blah, blah, blah. Or that one game that's, what's the name of that game? I keep wanting to say Drake something, but that's...
Oh, Uncharted.
Uncharted. Yeah, that Uncharted series, he's now like massively
Everyone says
into.
that is like the game to play. I'm not a PlayStation guy either, so I've never gotten to play it, but everyone says Uncharted 2, one of the best games ever made.
I've never played it either.
It
but
just seems super realistic, and it just feels like a movie, but it doesn't have that many cutscenes and shit in it. You just play through it like a full-on action flick. Everyone says that it's just crazy awesome.
I may have to play it one of these days, but
Yeah, you've actually got a PS3 sitting in your living room, and you never use it.
No, I don't. I had one.
Oh,
now it's gone.
Okay.
Now my coworker has.
Oh, that's the one he played.
Yes.
Okay, I got you.
But yeah, I played the PS3 occasionally, had a few games, and it's not bad. But what I was trying to get to was that the next gen consoles are like pretty much it's the same thing, kind of.
Except for exclusive games and then a few things that the Xbox is going to do that you'll never use anyway.
Right. I mean, there's not that much of a difference going forward anymore. And quite honestly, like all the cool games are going to both systems. So it's like now it's just a battle of price.
Yep.
So
and PlayStation's winning that because they're $100 cheaper right now.
And PS4 is going to continue to win that because... And now the only thing Xbox can do at this point is say, okay, we're going to price our console at $400.
Well, now I did
but
see a
if
headline.
they do that, then no, it's still not going to sway anybody over because it'd be like they're just kowtowing now to sell this piece of shit. It's like it's obvious it's a piece of shit, and they're backtracking, backpedaling, doing a complete reversal of what they were so confident about. It's like if they're not confident about it anymore to the point where they're just giving everything away to compete with PS4, why would I go with them? And it's like I guess the way to put it is I kind of saw this coming back when I was hearing the early reports of Xbox and all the rumors flying around, and then once E3 confirmed, like, remember all those rumors? They're true. And then you're like, well, this doesn't bode well because even before I was like, if they actually stick to these rumors that they're talking about, they're fucking slitting their own throat.
Right.
And they have. They've literally committed fucking video game suicide.
Well, they've tried to come back on it. They have also put up here that in addition to being available in retail stores, the Xbox One games will still be available for download on day one and will be playable on any Xbox console. So if people really don't care about all this disc bullshit, you can still download this stuff on the day it comes out, which I do enjoy, and that PlayStation's doing that too. And that is the one thing that I really am enjoying about this. Granted, it might take a whole day to download at my house because my internet speed is a little slow. But still, I'll get to play it on day 2. So,
well, I mean, the thing that because like right now on demand, BioShock's available, or BioShock Infinite, and I'm like, that's cool, but it's $60. I mean,
you're not because it's on demand doesn't mean it's going to be cheaper.
I mean, I'm gonna go to a store and pay $60 if I go there to buy the game.
You could probably go to GameStop and get it for about $35.
That's iffy. But still, I mean, I'd have to pay that much for a brand new copy of it. I'd have to pay that much at the store. But for some reason, paying full price on demand,
it kind of gets to you, doesn't it?
It's just like I don't want to pay full price for on demand games.
I have the same problem. And the fact that like really old games on demand, they never get less than $19.99. That bugs the shit out of me too. Because I can go to GameStop and get that exact same game for like $8.
Yeah, and it's just irritating to me because if anything, they don't have to ship the game out. They don't have to press a disc. They don't have to create all the fucking pamphlet material and all that. There's that whole level of financial bullshit that goes into it, the pricing of a game that's not in an on-demand game. But for some unknown reason, it still retains that price, even if it was $50 at the time of release. They would see a boom in fucking on-demand sales. I guarantee it. $50. If you can just like, here it is, Xbox One,
disc game 60,
Call of Duty Ghosts, day it comes out, here it is on the Xbox On Demand, and it's $10 cheaper than the store. Their fucking servers would be just destroyed with how many people are
That's
downloading
true,
that
but
game.
then they would have just wasted all that money that they did take making all those discs and cases and all that shit.
Because the answer to that problem is with their whole reversal. It's clear that some people don't have the internet. They still want to play these games, but they don't have internet access, and they'll still go out and buy the copies of the game. And the people who just want to play it and then sell it are still going to buy the copy of the game. The people who just want to play the game and have it forever and don't care will go to... I mean, because that's the other aspect of buying on demand. You'll never sell that game. You will never get your money back. So why not make it cheaper? Why not boost the incentive to buy it from that? I mean, a lot of people would say you're undercutting the stores, but you're not, because they got a physical copy that they can then return, sell, trade in on other games.
I think it would undercut big time.
I don't
think
think
a
it
lot
would.
of people would go for that cheaper price no matter what.
I think that's a fallacy, because people are going to weigh the option. They're going to say, well...
People don't weigh options. People
Sure they
are
will.
fucking compulsive. $10 cheaper? Look at that shit. I got my credit card already saved on my Xbox. I don't have to do nothing but press a couple buttons.
Except for the fact that they'll know that once they buy it, that's it. That's all. They got it, and they'll never be able to get rid of it.
And you know what? They won't think about that until 4 months later when they're fucking sick of that game, and then they'll be like, "Damn, I shouldn't have done
and after
that."
they do it the first time, then they'll have learned.
No.
The next time comes around, they'll be like, you know what? It's $10 more, but I want to be able to sell this game a week or two later once I'm done with it.
I love
and get
how
my money back.
I love how we switch roles on this, because usually I'm defending the common sense of people, and now you're on that side, and I'm saying, nope, they're fucking idiots. They'll just go and press a couple buttons, and that game is theirs.
No, because people will only get fooled so many times.
No, I don't. I think
mean,
they'll
there's
get
only
fooled
some,
all the time.
with Call of Duty, especially Call of Duty. People go out and buy that game, play it for 3 months, and then sell the disc off because they're tired of playing it. Nobody's going to buy it on demand and commit themselves to lifelong ownership of the game just because
Yes,
they
they
got
will.
a $10 rebate.
Yes,
or
they
not a
will.
rebate, but a $10 discount.
And you want to know why?
Why?
Because every time somebody buys a Call of Duty game, there's that slimmer of hope in their soul that that game will be better than the last one.
That's true.
And that is what keeps pushing that game on year after
But
year. People have been getting disappointed for the last 7 goddamn years because it's never any better than before, but it's always a top-selling game.
Marquee titles,
people believe
like that. Yeah, that would probably be that would be the instance where they're going to undercut the sales of from stores. But just general titles.
But that's just it. There aren't general titles anymore. There's blockbuster games, and then there's games that nobody plays.
But that's the problem with the video game industry. That's going to eventually lead it to a crash.
Right.
But there's still going to be. We discussed this last time. That how marquee titles like this are driving smaller developers into indie territory, to where all the games you're going to play are now going to be like $10, $20 games available on Xbox Live, and the game discs you buy are going to be so few and far between that it doesn't even fucking matter if you can't fucking resell them again, because they're only releasing 10 discs a year.
Yep.
You know, and that's the future of gaming. And I'm still on board with that. I'm still saying that that's the way it's going to be. I'm not saying it's great, but that's the way it's going to be. Because game developers aren't going to fucking continue to make games if they can't make money on games.
That's true.
I mean, the whole point of doing this was like, hey, you mean I get to create some fantasy world and be a part of this and be really cool, and I can support my family doing it? Sign me up. You can't do that with fucking an indie title.
That's true.
It's you and fucking five other. I think indie game makers are so small, but just a small handful of people.
I've heard of a lot of different indie companies that only have 3 guys working for them. And 3 guys knock out a whole fucking game.
But you'll get people in a room this sized, just huddled together at their computers, typing out their code to bust ass to make this game that they're going to sell on Xbox Live Arcade Marketplace for $10. And maybe they'll get 10,000 downloads. What did that buy them?
And with the whole smaller games not making any money, going back to that thing about smaller games don't make any money, it's usually because they're not as good. I saw a thing. There's a Deadpool game that came out that I was really interested in because I think Deadpool's funny as hell. I see him on all sorts of different things. Everybody loves to fuck with Deadpool. But the review on his video game is said that despite all the funny storylines and crazy nonsense that happens, it's just a generic ass fucking action game. It has nothing new thrown into it whatsoever. It's just Deadpool in the place of every other little bullshit fucking action game that you got out there. Which is sad because they could have made a ton of money because a lot of people love Deadpool. All the comic nerds, all of them guys just love Deadpool to death. Or he's become one of the favorite characters, except for that X-Men movie that he was in that they completely ruined it. But they fucked up by not making the game very good, which just boggles my fucking mind that they could have done so much with so little and they still wasted it.
Well, deadlines. See, people tend to forget that games have always been shitty. Especially when it comes to like licensed territory. I mean, maybe I'm just too old for this fucking rigmarole anymore. Listen to me, I'm even using terms like rigmarole.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means.
But back in fucking 88, you'd have like Back to the Future on NES. A game that has nothing to do with the fucking movie Back to the Future, except for it has the poster on the fucking cover and the title on the fucking game, and it comes up when you put it in, but then it's just, you're running. You're running down the street, and the shit's like, getting in your way, and you got to dodge it. Like, that's not Back to the Future.
Wow, I can't believe that you remember that.
That's not Back to the Future at all. And then there was fucking Friday the 13th.
Oh, I do remember that game. That game
What the fuck was Friday the
ridiculous.
13th? You're this unisex fucking thing
No, it wasn't.
running around.
No, it wasn't unisex.
It wasn't unisex.
There were different campers you could be.
Really?
Yeah, there was different campers.
Really?
One got killed. You had like 9 campers to work with.
Yeah, that wasn't unisex at all. These weren't these weird
couple had
blob-like
long hair,
figures.
couple had short
you
hair.
see, you make that assumption because you saw a name next to that
Oh
unisex
yeah, there were
thing.
names too. There was Karen and Jimmy and all that good stuff.
Otherwise, it was a nondescript, completely benign thing that you controlled that threw a rock that arced over all the enemies that you threw it at.
Yeah.
And the whole game was basically you get lost in a fucking crazy map of, like, because you're running side by side, but the map is from the top and you're like, whatever.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
And then Jason pops out and kills you and you're dead.
Yeah, for no reason. I mean,
And that's the tie-in to the fucking the Friday the 13th story. Jason's in the game.
and he pops out a lot.
Other than that, there really is no fucking point of that.
It makes
game
you
ever
wonder if
existing.
anyone actually, because games, sure, Jason through the movies, he pops out and kills somebody real quick, boom, boom, boom. But there's in every movie, they've got that final fight. They got that one camper that's a little smarter than everybody else, and he's able to take Jason out. And I kind of wonder if in that game somewhere, like if you play 100 hours of running through that game for no point whatsoever, that you finally get to some weird final fight with Jason, that you actually have a chance to kill him. That makes me wonder.
There's an end to the game.
There is an end to the game?
Yeah, you have to go into the woods to his house, kill his mother, get something, and then go to some place in some house, and then you have your final battle with Jason.
How do you know this? Did you beat it back in the day?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude, that's back
impressive.
when all I had was video games. I just sit there and mindlessly play over and over and over and over.
Right. Okay.
Now I'm like, I'll play a game this month. But back then, it's like those games were terrible, and you'd play them just incessantly.
They didn't matter because it's all we had.
People are so cynical now that before the game even gets released, it's been beaten to death by critics and YouTubers and just everyone, the community in general. They fucking vivisected the goddamn game. So by the time you get it in your hands, you've already got all this preconceived notion in your head, like, it's because it sucks.
That's just like that Deadpool game. I'll never actually play it because IGN killed it.
Exactly. There you go. See, and that's bullshit. Because, they're not giving these companies a chance to sell their product. I mean, people who say, I can't believe THQ went out of business. Really? You know the shit that THQ put out over the years? And Acclaim fucking went out of business alone. I mean, all these game companies fell because they were prime. They were the prime movers of shit. They were the people responsible for stupid fucking games like. And LJN was the principal fucking company responsible for a lot of those movie licenses that were just fucking absolutely terrible. They did all the X-Men games. They did the fucking Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street. Just all these fucking terrible movie ports to fucking video games. And they made a killing. See, companies like that deserve to be killed off in their early years. I mean, just axed like, companies now. But good games, games that people could actually play, are getting the axe. As opposed to games like back in the 80s where they're unplayable fucking messes of bullshit that these companies actually released. People who spent money to buy, and they all got away with it because everyone kept their fucking mouths shut.
Well, because you didn't have the internet back then. You had like Nintendo Power.
Well, it's because
that was the only thing you had to tell you if the game was good or not. People like us
didn't exist. There wasn't people in their fucking 30s, or at least an abundance of people in their 30s playing those fucking games and getting together and making little fanzines or fucking whatever.
Somebody had to write Nintendo Power because I read it all the time back then. So there had to be
Nintendo did.
Yeah, but they had writers that knew what they were talking about.
Dude, it was a fucking... Did you ever read Nintendo Power?
Yeah. I had
Nintendo Power promoted everything. If it was, unless it was a title that was not produced by Nintendo. Then they would get a little bit, it's kind of bland and boring. But if it was a Nintendo title, this is the greatest title ever. Of course, because it's a fucking Nintendo title. It's Nintendo Power. You don't fucking bite the hand that feeds you.
I remember I had the first issue of Nintendo Power. It had the Legend of Zelda map in it and a bunch of Super Mario.
Everybody had that fucking. Yeah. I think everybody got it. Like, if you like had a video game system, somehow that issue found its way to you in the mail. It was crazy. I didn't even have a Nintendo, and I had the first issue of Nintendo Power. It didn't make any sense. But games like, or magazines like EGM, which I fucking was, Electronic Gaming Monthly was my fucking Bible back then.
Really?
And I just recently got rid of all of them. Dude, I still had the second issue of EGM.
Really?
Yeah.
When did that start coming out?
1988, 86, 88, 86, 87, 88, somewhere around there.
I'm trying to remember Electronic Gaming Monthly. It was
before it was actually Electronic Gaming Monthly. It was something else. It had some weird title, but Ed Simrad, the fucking editor of EGM, put this out, and it was like a buyer's guide for the games of that summer. It was like, I think it was 88, and it was fucking. It was like the second issue of EGM that came out, and I've had that since I got it.
I remember
I chucked that in the garbage along with all my other EGMs because what's the point?
Yeah.
Nobody fucking. It's like I held on to it thinking like these will be collector's items one day. No, they won't. And there's probably gonna be somebody who watches this like, you fucking bastard! What you doing? It's like, get over yourself. It's fucking magazines. Half of them were fucking like water damaged and bent all up the fucking shit. I mean,
magazines don't keep well.
They're just magazines.
No, I was always big on the Xbox magazine and the PlayStation magazine because for a long time they had the disc that come with the magazine that had like 8 demos and then like 15 trailers.
I talk about shit like it predates like I don't know like so like Next Gen Next Generation magazine.
I don't remember that at all.
Yeah. What was the other one? Oh, GamePro. Do you remember that?
I remember GamePro. I like GamePro.
There was another one, but I can't remember right off the top of my head. As a matter of fact...
Was it Game Informer?
No, this is all before Game Informer. Here, I got rid of all my EGMs, but...
Uh-oh, he's going to break something out.
Next Generation. Sony's new PlayStation.
Oh, boy. Sony's new PlayStation, coming in 97. Console that lets you make the games. Huh. That is crazy. PC, CD-ROM, Nintendo 64, Saturn, PlayStation, 3DO. Wow. That is crazy.
Look at all these.
Jesus Christ, dude. Let's find out what the big game was back then. Parappa the Rappa!
These are actually in really good condition.
They are in extremely good condition. I don't even know how...
Because look how they're fucking... They're like the...
It is a very thick cover.
Yeah, it's like the fucking Rolling Stone of video game magazine. Not really... Well, Rolling Stone's kind of a cheap newspaper like rag, but... They really put a lot of money into this.
Yeah,
the make of this magazine.
Back then, you didn't have internet, so this is how you got all your gaming news.
A whole episode about the Sega Saturn commercials.
Oh, God.
And I remember that commercial, too. It was terrible.
Tekken
Panzer
2.
Dragoon.
What do you...
Remember that guy, Howard Lincoln?
No.
Back when the Nintendo 64 was... Can you see that?
Yeah, they can see it.
The Ultra 64, there's Howard Lincoln. I was really big on that. Nintendo's Ultra 64.
Jesus. This is funny shit. Galactic Conquest.
I like this. Ultra 64, the story so far, that was supposed to represent what the Nintendo 64 was supposed to do graphically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that didn't
that's
fucking happen.
Uh-huh.
Killing Time.
Graphics to die for.
Oh, that's funny shit. Wow, look at how bad these games look.
Oh, yeah.
What game is this? NG Alphas?
That's the...
it's
some Japanese
Goku Muso.
That's back. See, that's back when every single game company released like a fighting game.
Right.
So it was like fighting games out the fucking ass for
this
a long
game
time.
Literally looks worse than the original Mortal Kombat.
Pro Pinball. Look at that. That jackass at the top. The ultimate, most realistic computer pinball game I've ever played, and he would know because he is what five-time world pinball champion. What a dick.
That's something to fucking gloat about. Oh, wow.
Look, it's Lara Croft. back when she was making her rise to popularity.
Back when her tits still had edges. Apocalypse. This is a dark future, a 3D world. The big fight. PlayStation
between the Sega Saturn, the N64, and the PlayStation.
Wow, because the Sega Saturn mattered for about a month.
Oh, yeah. Now, the Sega Saturn's stuck around for a while. It was the Dreamcast that ended up fucking bombing the company.
I almost want to find a PlayStation and play this Apocalypse game.
Why?
I don't know. It's oddly intriguing. It's a 3D world, a buddy, and a nanotechnology. Is this game...
By the way,
folks, the game with everything. It's... No, maybe it is a side-scroller. It looks like a fucking actual... over-the-shoulder shooter, but...
This is probably one of the earliest issues I got. February 1995.
Jesus.
If anybody wants these, I shit you not, you pay for the shipping, I'll give you the whole goddamn batch. You can have them all.
That's
I haven't defaced them at all. They're still in pretty good condition.
They are in excellent condition. They are about as strong as a phone book.
And they're either going in the garbage or somebody can have them.
Yeah. Well, there was your retro gaming from Next Gen Jerks. Wasn't expecting that one.
Well, I was just, in reference to modern games and the game companies, the way they're being treated now.
Shit.
It's like, I mean, you just perused through that magazine. You saw the shit that fucking got released.
Blocky graphics, and that's this is supposed to be awesome.
But
yeah.
Technically, you are looking backwards in time. And
I understand that, but
things are now, but. Even, I mean, then it was still kind of all just crazy. Like games like that fighting game, the Goku Samurai shit show, fucking blah, 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 was like, you look at the picture of it, it's like, it just looks like a polygonal fucking crap mess. You can't make out what's going on. Unlike older games where it's like just hand-drawn sprites and it was pretty easy to figure out.
Right.
But once it went into 3D territory, it's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And that was the last hurrah for that type of game magazine. After that, like once everything went fully 3D, they had to figure out a new way to kind of show off the games rather than just here's a screen picture we took of the screen of one of the fucking TVs in our office, and it was just so terrible looking. But I don't know why I went off on that tangent. I mean, companies like that would release games like that all the fucking time. Just a generic fighting game based on some stupid fucking anime from Japan that no one's seen unless you're a fucking nerd who loves anime.
Right.
But they would make a killing on fucking selling those games to the anime nerd types. But it's still the same fighting game. Now they try that shit today. They'll get, companies get their fucking hat handed to them because nobody's in the market for the same, well, except for first-person shooters. No one's in the market for the same thing over and over and over. And even now with first-person shooters, you don't see too many of them anymore.
No, you'll never see another World War II game, probably. Those are
besides
gone.
World of Tanks.
Well, yeah, but that's just a full-on tank game. Yeah,
it's still World War II. You don't get into like modern tanks.
I'm not sure if that's actually got a tight time frame tied to it. I bet you there will be all sorts of different tanks in that game. There ought to be if that's all
the footage they showed of it was all looked like World War II.
No, well, you'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
But with the future being like that, where it's pretty bleak for smaller developers, and all you're going to end up with is Call of Duty, Halo, whatever Bungie releases, whatever fucking Rockstar releases.
And a bunch of Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, and fucking Gears of whatever, God of whatever, Uncharted whatever, fucking, Tom Clancy's fucking...
Tom Clancy's still hanging in there.
Tom Clancy's secret fortune that nobody knows about. He keeps putting games out.
He did the Splinter Cell games, right? I feel like an idiot asking that, but yeah. So I was made his money. He's done pretty well.
But did he with Splinter Cell?
Yeah, Splinter Cell was huge there for a while. Everybody loves Splinter Cell. Everybody loves stealth. Everybody loves sneaking around, shooting people with darts, night vision, all that shit. A lot of people loved Splinter Cell back in the day. It kind of really ran its course, and people got sick of it there after a while, and that's why he couldn't do a Splinter Cell game now. He had to move on to something else, more action.
There's a new Splinter Cell game coming out.
Is there one? Yeah. Oh, well, shit, then it's still rocking. But with this, Division...
But nobody's been buying the last few Splinter Cells.
They've kind of turned into like the Hitman games. Hitman had its day in the sun, very short fucking day, but...
Yeah, I'm starting to realize that as I'm playing through Hitman
I've never been able to play a Hitman game, dude. Ever.
The thing I don't like about it is... Well, this is a discussion for a different time.
Okay.
Well, we're like over an hour now.
Oh, are we?
So,
okay, well then, there you go.
That was our show.
I promise that's the last E3 stuff I'll talk about. I will ignore, which granted, I think I've talked about everything now. So,
well, we're going to have to talk about something. I mean, everything was building up to E3. Now it's like... Now it's going to be a while for the release.
Yeah,
of the
that's
console,
all we have left.
Yeah, that's
maybe a few more rumors popping out, but other than that, like IGN hasn't had shit lately. They were talking about the new Chucky movie and stupid shit like that.
Well, as they start actually, showing off the games that are, announced,
that'll help. Yeah,
you'll get to see the difference between the gameplay demos at E3 and what's actually going to be on the console. Not to mention, once they actually get more console info out, it'll be more concrete. As opposed to E3's guesstimate of what the console's going to be and the figures and blah, blah, blah.
Well,
blah, blah.
I did see IGN had a thing where they had their hands on a PS4 and they played around with it for a while, but I didn't read that article or watch the video. I need to do that. Maybe that'll be a next week's show topic. It'll only be 2 weeks old, 2 or 3 weeks old IGN-wise, but...
Why not?
Like I always say, it's still new to us.
Yes, everything's new to us because we always get to it late.
All right, well, I think that was our show.
Yep.
This is Next Gen Jerks. I'm Jake.
I'm John.
And we're out of here. Later.